Spiny lobsters versus obstacles. This is Quiche and this is Omelet. Two spiny lobsters I got from the grocery store. And this is Lentil the moray eel. He also lives with the spiny lobsters. The aquarium is thriving right now. This has to be one of my favorite aquariums ever. And of course, Quiche and Omelet have boundless energy and they just go crazy for food. I am really excited about what we're going to do today. We are going to the pet store to get a whole bunch of different obstacles that Quiche and Omelet can navigate in order to get food. Since food is like their biggest motivation in life, this should be pretty interesting. Check this one out, guys. This is going to be a perfect obstacle. Together, put shrimp in the middle, and then the spiny lobsters have to get the shrimp out of here. This right here is supposed to be a dog toy, but I'm gonna put some food in here and see what they do. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of shrimp in this and just hold it elevated in the water, and they have to swim and jump and just tug on this and pull the shrimp out. I also got some huge fresh shrimp and scallops, as well as some live snails and live clams. Check this out, guys. This grocery store has live octopus for sale. I've been wanting to raise a grocery store octopus as a pet, but that's for a different video. Before introducing the obstacles, I want to whet their appetite with their favorite food, shrimp. And of course, they're overjoyed. It's actually quite hard for me to get them not to tackle each other, but once I introduce the second shrimp, they kind of keep to themselves. Now let's see what they do with the snails. At first they're a bit skittish, but Quiche quickly gets enough confidence to dump all the snails on the ground. And then they both get busy gobbling them down. Look how they both just start shredding the snails up. Their mouth is like a mini wood chipper. In the wild, a lot of their diet consists of hard-shelled creatures like snails and clams. Look how this wrasse tries to get a little nibble in. The green lunar wrasse isn't the only creature looking for a snail snack. Here comes along Lentil the moray eel. He's looking for a window to get a bite for himself, but sadly in all the chaos, all he receives is a couple kicks to the head. Sorry, Lentil. Better luck next time. The snails were a piece of cake for the lobsters, but will they be able to take on the clams? They're a bit tentative at first, feeling it out. They want to make sure the clams won't eat them. After getting his bearings, Quiche tries to gnaw through the shell. Omelet observes for a while, letting Quiche do all the work, but then he decides Quiche needs a little help. I don't think teamwork is the way to go right now, so here you go, Omelet, have your own. Whoop, I scared them both. They both got to work trying to figure out this clam puzzle. This one is definitely more perplexing than the snail one. And even with a little more teamwork, they couldn't seem to solve it. After gnawing down on the clamshells for quite a while, they made barely any progress. So I decided to help them a little bit. Their signs of losing heart quickly turned to pure enthusiasm as they devoured the clams. Hey, Omelet, you need to share a little bit, dude. They quickly cleaned all the meat clear off of the shells, kind of like when we lick our dinner plate when the food is so delicious, which sadly means there really wasn't any left for Lentil the eel. Poor Lentil. Will he ever get a bite of this delicious food? The lobsters didn't even leave enough for the fish to have a snack. This will be the first obstacle, but first, I wanted to see what Honey would do with this toy. So I got one of her favorite foods, a boiled egg, and I'm gonna put it right in the center of, oh, this is hard. Put it in this. Oh dear. Wow, this is a mess. It's hard to do things with one hand. Stuff it in the center of this obstacle and see what she does. Honey, come here. Come here, honey. Come here. Come on, girl. All right, go get it. What do you think? Yeah, you smell that egg, don't you? Come on, I know you can. Oh, look at her. She's reaching right in. She didn't even have to try. I told you guys she loves hard-boiled eggs. Look at her. Oh dear, she might be tearing that toy apart. Oh dear.
We just fed her too. Look how she just reaches right in there. Smart girl, good girl. You're so smart. I can't wait to see what the lobsters do.
And now I have to wash it out. Now we are ready for the first obstacle. I'm gonna put this whole shrimp right in the hole here, just like that. Here we go, let the obstacle games commence. Oh my, look how berserk they're going. They're just wrestling over it. What is going to happen? Oh, I think Omelet's getting a little taste of the shrimp in there. What is next? Oh, Omelet tugs it away. Quiche just snags it. He pulls an Uno reverse card. He got the whole entire shrimp out of the obstacle. And now Omelet is still thinking like the shrimp's inside while Quiche enjoys the spoils. Omelet isn't the only one who thinks the shrimp is still inside. Here comes along Lentil. He definitely smells the shrimp, but he's as clueless as ever. I let Omelet struggle a little bit longer and then decided to stuff another shrimp inside, but this time way deeper. Let's see if Omelet can get this guy out. You can definitely tell that Omelet knows what he's doing this time. He reaches right inside and starts to slowly pull it out. After a good amount of struggling, Omelet snags just enough to get a real hearty bite of the shrimp. And lurking in the background is Lentil. Ooh, a kick to the face. This guy can just not get a break. He is very persistent though and doesn't let the discouragements get to him. He decides it's time for a new strategy and tries to get a different angle. But it's really too out in the open and it's kind of scary out here, so he goes back to plan A. And oof, right in the face. Oh, another kick. Lentil won't let this make him throw in the towel, but oof, right with the antenna. Speaking of antenna, Lentil did get part of the shrimp, but sadly, this part is not very nourishing. Obstacle number 2 is dangling this above them with scallops inside. Bam. Ring, ring, ring. It's the dinner bell. Dinner is served and they come running and tackling. Quiche shoves Omelet to the ground and then jumps right on the obstacle, tasting the scallops inside. He is so eager, he's trying to rip the whole thing apart. But Omelet is not just gonna stand there idly, and he tries to pull Quiche off of the obstacle, unsuccessfully though. I hold the obstacle higher up to see how long Quiche can hold on, and finally he runs out of energy. But honestly, Quiche earned it, so here you go, dude. The wrestling match has not ended yet though, and it gets pretty intense. Their footwork and pivoting is pretty unparalleled. And if I was gonna wager who the 2 best lobsters at wrestling were in the world, it would be Quiche and Omelet. Quiche starts to drag Omelet through the sand, but Omelet doesn't care because he's getting food and a free ride. Now I know you all at this point are worried about Lentil, so I decided to give him a big chunk of scallop all to himself. And last but not least is this amazing contraption that I rigged up with these huge shrimp inside. The spiny lobsters pace back and forth like 2 hungry wolves. At first, they seem pretty wary of what this weird contraption is, but this time it's Omelet who gets the bravery and jumps right on. Once he senses there's shrimp inside, all caution goes to the wind, or in this case, current. He rides the obstacle like an elevator while he pulls out pieces of shrimp and devours it. For some reason, Quiche still seems pretty intimidated and doesn't really want to get any closer. Finally, Omelet manages to drag out a whole entire shrimp and retreats to the cave with his bounty. Not before getting dive bombed by a wrasse, though. Quiche's timidity starts to fade away as he notices the fish are even brave enough to skim some shrimp off the top and start an absolute feeding frenzy. After one last scare, Quiche decides to go head first and pull the entire tower down. He then reaches his legs in through the holes and pulls out a huge shrimp for himself. Well earned, Quiche. Good job getting over your fear. I decided to take apart the obstacle and leave it in the aquarium. I think it adds a real nice touch. Hey guys, I have some sad news. A lot of you probably noticed the adorable sharp-nosed pufferfish is not in this video. I had a huge fan circulating the water in the aquarium, and I made a heavy-duty cover over it so the fish couldn't get inside, but it got jostled, probably by the spiny lobsters, and I found the sharp-nosed pufferfish in the fan. So it's really sad. Attached to the video right after this is a little montage remembering our adorable sharp-nosed pufferfish.
Stars up above me, stars in my eyes, fire below me, starting to rise. I'm my own captain, hanging on tight tonight. Pointless to try and turn back the time. I've never been this old in my life. Load up my spaceship, tear through the sky.